We are going to call this regular meeting of the Martin County School Board to order. We will now have an opening prayer by City Commissioner Chris Collins, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you for the honor of praying for you guys before your meeting. Are you girls ready? Okay. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for the opportunity to be here and pray for this leadership of our children. Fun. Yes.
Thank you for everyone was not hurt in the storm.
Yeah, then everybody was not hurt in the storm. Yeah. Okay. Father, thank you so much for this group that you have up here. I thank you for the leadership that you have put. I just pray that you remind this group every single day that you trust them to lead and protect the children in this county, that they trust the people who put them in this seat, and that they implement the will of the people. Father, I pray, I invoke you to be in these chambers today. I invoke you to be above any personal agenda or ego or confusion and distraction. And I pray that this group with differing skills and abilities and talents work harmoniously together to do the most good for the kids that live in this county, Father. So we just pray for you to be here. I pray for your wisdom to be on every one of these people that are making decisions. Father, bless them, give them strength, give them courage, give them boldness to do what you want done here. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, please welcome the Bessie Creek Steel Drum Players under the direction of Mrs. Carmen Arden. You have to bear with me. Ardencibia. There we go. They will be performing instrumental versions of Lazy Day Reggae from the Jamaican Reggae Stars, followed by Sunshine Soca from the group Soca Dance.
Right, that is Mia McGill, Kaylin Carson, Ryan Brown, Cora Cubby, Aniston Valentine, Abigail McAllister, Brielle Ricks, Kylie Resch, Marissa Waldbauer, and Emma Beasley, under the direction of Carmen Arancibia. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna turn around. Thank you. Yay.
Thank you all for sharing your beautiful music with us. You're so talented. At this time, we're going to take a brief recess so that the performers can break down their instruments, and then we'll resume our meeting shortly. We will now reconvene our regular meeting of the Martin County School Board. Mrs. Falls, will you please call the roll?
Mr. DiTerlizzi.
Here.
Mrs. Roberts.
Here.
Mrs. Powers.
Here.
Mrs. Pritchett.
Here.
Mrs. Russell.
Here. Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda with the following items added? Item added 7.04, 18.10, 18.11. Items updated 4.01, 12.02, 16.01. And items removed 12.01, 13.01, and 18.08.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Pritchett and a second by Mr. DiTerlizzi. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We will now move on to our board member discussion item, our legislative priorities. Superintendent Main and I met with Greg Black last week to discuss and get feedback on the legislative priorities that we decided on as a board. Here's the language he suggested we use for each priority. 1, support legislation that allows students to demonstrate mastery of required state standards in order to continue progression and earn a standard high school diploma. 2, support legislation aimed at reducing regulations for licensure for district employees and permit district to provide full-day VPK and/or other wraparound services for early learning following district passes local referendum. 3, support legislation placing further restrictions on the marketing, advertising, sale, and access of vape products to minors. 4, support legislation providing administrative efficiency, including efforts to address early intervention for absenteeism, teacher certification, and additional public school regulatory parity deregulation efforts. He also included a 5th one, which was for amendment, if Amendment 3 passes, receiving the necessary vote for passage, support legislation prohibiting both recreational and medicinal marijuana from district property / school facilities, as well as prohibit employees from utilizing it if possible. Now, he did have a concern on the VPK priority. He stated that he had mentioned the VPK issue to a few others, and many think that it's going to be a tough hill to climb. He also feels that many other districts would fight it because they don't want the permission, because once it's out there, then it becomes something the community would request, and they're not sure that they could afford it. It would be tough for them to implement. So with that information, are there any comments or questions from the board at this time?
So I agree that I don't think that item number 2, I don't think full-day VPK is attainable. I think we can say it, but it's not going to mean anything. I think there are more important parts of early learning that we should be advocating for, such as allowing school districts to provide after-school care for VPK students outside of the 3 hours that we already have. That's a big issue. So not necessarily a full-day VPK program funded in that way, but allow for those wraparound services, meaning extended day. Because if you're 4 years old in the state of Florida, it's considered childcare beyond VPK. So in order for the school district to provide those services, it's an expense. They would have to get DCF licensed in order to do that. And I think that school districts should be exempt from that.
Ms. Roberts?
So for Mrs. Powers, so do you think for number 2, it should have something to do with allowing districts to receive a waiver for the DCF licensing requirement?
For 4-year-olds.
Or for 4-year-olds? I think that's what that language should be, instead of the full day piece. If we just changed that to, Mrs. Powers, would that be the right wording that you would use?
Anyone else
To
on
get
board
us
with
a,
that?
so it would be a waiver for the DCF licensing for 4-year-olds who are attending, who are taking advantage of wraparound services offered by a school district in conjunction with attendance at a VPK. Right?
So they would attend if they attend VPK at a public school, then the parents can choose the same way they choose at a private VPK provider to allow their child to stay the remainder of the day.
Bless you. Yeah, so, so if we can change that number 2 to that.
That can be done. You in agreement as well? Okay, thank you. All right, we will be moving on to our recognitions. We would like to take this time to honor Mr. DiTerlizzi. 24 years ago, he was elected to the Board of County Commissioners and has been serving in various roles within local government and community organizations ever since. He has contributed to various civic projects and has been a business leader in our community. We have been blessed to have him as a school board member for the last 12 years. Tonight is his last meeting, and we want to say thank you for your dedication and service to the Martin County School District. You will be missed. Please accept this plaque on our behalf as a token of our appreciation. I know Jody wasn't able to make it this evening, but we would also like to honor your wife with flowers for the sacrifices she has made over the years and for supporting and encouraging you as you served our community. Thank you so much.
Thank you all very much. But I never said I accepted the results of the election, so it's not really a done deal. But, no, I want to thank you all. It's been a great 12 years. You know, after serving the county commission for 8 years, it was a totally different job. And when Doc Anderson asked me to run for his seat because he was retiring, I looked at him and said, I really don't know anything about education. He says, don't worry, you don't have to know anything about education. You've done budgeting, you've done policy, and the rest will come along. And it did, it really did. And I remember the beginning was tough. And I just made a couple of notes, and I'm not gonna bore you with this big, long 2-hour speech, maybe an hour and a half. But when I took office in the district here in 2012, late 2012, came into a district, Marcia and I were elected at the same time, and we came into a district that was pretty much in financial trouble. I mean, you know, we were paying our bills and all, but we had no money to do anything. We couldn't even give raises. We actually wound up at an impasse, our first labor negotiations, because we had to give 2 furlough days to our employees, and it was a very difficult thing to do, but we were left with a 1.5% budget reserve, which the state requires a 3% budget reserve. Quickly, we worked our way up to about an 8%, 5% budget reserve. I think it even went up a little bit over the 5%. But it was a very big undertaking, and it was a little painful for some people. For most of us, it was painful. And but we all stuck together. We all got it going. We had we had to change from elected to appointed superintendent. That was another very big change for our district. And our first appointed superintendent did a great job, got us through the COVID, and it was wonderful. And then on to Mr. Main, who has been doing a phenomenal job. And he and his team are cheerleaders for the students and the families in this county. And I'm blessed to have been able to work with Mr. Main and the staff here. But more so, the families of Martin County should be truly blessed to know that you're in really good hands here. And even with the board and incoming Brian Moriarty, who's here, Brian's going to do a great job. It took me 20 years to run for office unopposed, and Brian came in his first year and ran unopposed. But I want to thank some people. Number one, first and foremost, my wife Jody, who sends her regrets, but she's basking in the mountain air right now and enjoying it. And she sends her best and says thank you for putting up with me for 12 years. I want to thank my committee appointees. There weren't many, but the ones that I had served for almost a few of them, the 12 years on the different committees. I ask you not to take your eye off the ball. continue to improve and do what will positively benefit the students and families of Martin County, as I know you all will. You've done a great job, and we have a student here with us, representative, that is a prime example of how great Martin County School District is. I can tell you that we did what we promised regarding the sales tax initiative and the millage initiative, and we're proud to be one of the leading districts in the state, not only in the area for salaries and benefits, but in our accomplishments as a district and educating our students. We increased from 1 to 5 schools of excellence, and might even be 6 now. Is it 6? 5 right now. We remodeled and expanded schools. We built 2 new elementary schools with the confidence of the voters of Martin County, and that was a tremendous undertaking to our staff who takes care of building and construction, to all the people behind the scenes, and I can tell you, my granddaughter goes to Palm City Elementary, and she's absolutely enamored by it. And as most of our children are enamored by our schools and our staff in our schools, and I thank you all for that. Another big one was expanding our career technical institutes in Martin County, and I'm glad to have been a part of that. Also bringing in the SPAM robotics team to our facilities here, and more students getting into the SPAM program, and that's a blessing also. There'll be these folks are being watched and recruited for jobs when they get out of high school, and I think that's been great. Welding, plumbing, electrical, heating and cooling, entrepreneurship, nursing, all about 30 different career technical paths. And I went through a career technical path in high school, and I never used it. But I wound up an entrepreneur, and it was a great thing for me to do, to learn how to, work with people and banks and things like that, and business vendors, and it worked out great, and I hope it'll continue to work for our students as it did for me. So with that, that's pretty much the end of what I have to say. Thank you very much. I am going to ride off, although I'll still live here. I'm going to ride off to travel the country with my wife in our RV, and just see and visit our grandchildren in North Carolina as often as we can, 3 of our grandchildren. But we'll spend as much time we have 6 grandchildren. We'll spend as much time with them as possible. But you'll see me around from time to time. I love Martin County. It's my home of 45 years. And again, thank you all very much for everything. You've been great, and I'll miss you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have a district presentation about our Specialty Pathways School Branding Initiative. Ms. Barros, would you like to come forward?
Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Good evening. Hi, everyone. How are you? My name's Lana Barros. I'm the proud Director of Innovation and Choice Programs in the Martin County School District. Good afternoon, School Board Chair Russell and Superintendent Main and esteemed school board members. Tonight, I'm actually really excited to share an update with you on our Martin County School District Specialty Pathway Initiative. As you know, our district is committed to ensuring that every student is future ready, a theme that is central to our strategic plan. The Specialty Pathways program is a key part of that effort, designed to reflect the diversity of our community while attracting and retaining and growing students in alignment with the individual strengths and interests of each one. As you can see from this slide, our specialty pathways span a wide range of interests, talents, and future career opportunities, from acceleration pathways to career and technical education to JROTC. These pathways are designed to meet the needs of our diverse students, giving them access to targeted learning experiences that align with their strengths and passions. These pathways also reflect our district's commitment to providing students with choices that allow them to explore and develop the skills needed for success in higher education, in careers, and in life. Each pathway is carefully crafted to ensure it's relevant, engaging, and future-focused. Tonight, we're highlighting 5 schools that have embraced this vision. These are the first elementary schools in our school district where families can apply to be part of a specific specialty pathway, offering tailored educational experiences. We're particularly proud of how these schools have stepped forward as innovators, providing early opportunities for our youngest learners to explore pathways aligned with future goals. The high school we're highlighting tonight also reflects this same commitment, ensuring that students have opportunities to deepen their academic and career-oriented pursuits as they progress. To strengthen their identity, we've worked closely with the Public Information Office and the Donovan Group to develop a comprehensive branding toolkit for each of the 5 schools, all designed to help these schools present a cohesive professional image both within our community and beyond. Branding is more than just a logo or a crest. It's about creating a sense of pride and belonging for students and families, a visual representation of the unique opportunities each school offers. We believe that by giving each of these schools a strong identity, we're helping to attract and retain students, building a solid foundation for their future success. So now I'm excited to introduce our first featured school this afternoon. Let's give our attention to Bessie Creek Elementary.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board, Superintendent Main, my esteemed colleagues. My name is Stacy Schmidt, and I'm the principal of Bessie Creek Elementary, and we are a Cambridge International School. I'm very honored to be part of the very first cohort of specialty pathway elementary schools. On screen, you can see the seal and crest provided by the Donovan Group. This is Bessie Creek by the numbers. 100% of our students participate in our Cambridge program. Bessie Creek has been an A-rated school for 22 consecutive years. We like to say at Bessie Creek, we are 5 houses, but 1 school family. This year, we are rated the #1 best public elementary school in Martin County by Niche. But why would families choose Bessie Creek? We're an amazing school family with a focus on supports for students. We have a strong commitment to building literacy experts in every K-2 classroom. We offer Spanish on our related arts wheel for all grades, K-5. We have a motor skills class on our related arts wheel for K-2 to build core strength, which is highly correlated to reading. We have robust after-school clubs to help students connect with school. We have a house system that promotes intergrade collaboration and camaraderie, as well as friendly competition for things like our annual House Cup Awards. And every year, we are among the highest in reading, math, and science in the district. And we are the only Cambridge International Elementary School in Martin County and the only non-charter Cambridge Elementary School on the Treasure Coast. And the Cambridge ACE pathway in Martin County goes Bessie to Hidden Oaks, then to Martin County. And on the right, you can see the ACE diploma crest. But here it is. This is our real promise to families. Bessie Creek is a school full of love and support for children and their families. And it's created by a network of committed teachers, staff, PTA, SAC, and school family members. We pull together to learn, grow, overcome challenges, and celebrate our successes. We aim to level up every year so that we keep increasing the number of students who find success in academics. We will support you and your students and help you find your place among us. Bessie Creek is a small school footprint, and we have a neighborhood feel. The majority of our students live within a 2-mile radius of the school, and that means that we have lots of bikers and walkers and only 3 school buses, and that includes an ESE shuttle bus that comes from Citrus. And the cool thing about Bessie is that because we're in our 27th year, we now have multiple generations of little Gators running around. Our alum are bringing their children to experience the same great experiences that they had when they were students. And we have such a strong PTA that they are advocating and accounting for $60,000 to $90,000 worth of extras towards student enrichment each and every year. And that is coming in the form of mostly in and out of school field trips that enrich our focus on literacy standards and help grow connections to benchmark and literacy by building connections to background knowledge for students. Because we understand that the better connected students are with background information before they read about something, the better that learning is going to be for them. Our capstone, though, is the connection to global perspectives in our Cambridge. And in kindergarten through 2nd grade, global perspectives looks at community and national and global challenges through thought-based inquiry and teaching students accountable talk. And then in 3rd grade, our Cambridge Global Perspectives pulls it all together to focus on self, community, and world. And then in 4th and 5th grade, there are culminating projects that are happening in the Global Perspectives class. And in 5th grade, we're incorporating a blazer ceremony, and that happens with a capstone projects showcase, and that's rolling out for the first time this school year. So that's exciting. I like it when our families can imagine a school. Imagine a school filled with classrooms like Miss Patton's, where on her birthday, her husband painted the spirit rock at the front of the school for her, and every single student in her class, family came to the school and signed it for her to help with her surprise. Or imagine a school where on transportation day, the entire school family, including kindergarten parents, lines the interior courtyard to celebrate kinder students as they parade around in their homemade vehicle costumes like cars, trucks, buses, and even hot air balloons. Imagine a school where teachers, staff, and students celebrate the abilities of all students and where kindness, caring, and empathy rule the day. Where special days like Red Ribbon Day, Unity Day, Jump Rope for Heart, House Olympics Day, and Autism Awareness Day all help students and staff walk the talk together as a school family. Imagine a school where every month there's a school spirit assembly coupled with house time to help students and staff make connections to character traits, and then use those connections to build strong ties across grade levels that improve the ways school family members feel seen and heard, which is empowering to everyone. Imagine a school where the PTA is committed to providing in and out of school experiences for students in every grade level, aligned to best standards, so our students build the background knowledge to better access the curriculum when they read and write about it. 8 experiences per year, a total of 48 unique experiences for students who attend Bessie from kindergarten through 5th grade. Or imagine a school where a class family wants with all of their hearts to be in the picture with their teacher when she is surprised and awarded as the 2024 Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Shannon Allred, 5th grade teacher. Imagine yourself here, Bessie Creek Elementary. Best choice ever. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce my colleague and the principal of Jensen Beach Elementary, Jen Radcliffe.
Good afternoon, School Board Madam Chair, esteemed members of the board, Superintendent Main. I am Jennifer Radcliffe, principal of Jensen Beach Elementary School. Assistant Principal Law very much wanted to be here today with me, but she is sick, so I know she's watching. Miss Law, we're wishing you well. I am here to celebrate the progress we have made in becoming a Center for Environmental Stewardship. We are proud to announce our Green Flag Eco School Certification Award from the National Wildlife Federation based upon the work of the faculty, staff, students, and community during the 23-24 school year. Over the years, Jensen Beach Elementary has developed into a school that embodies a deep commitment to both the local environment and academic excellence, while also proudly upholding our rich JBE Viking traditions. We remain steadfast in our dedication to rigorous academic achievement, fostering a learning environment that values diversity, supports all types of learners, and prepares all students for college and career readiness. Our approach blends a hands-on, project-based learning, a focus on STEM preparation, and a strong sense of community that is vital to that Viking spirit that we all cherish. We have been diligently working on a seal and a crest that could accurately represent JBE, and that is what you see there. Choosing the right elementary school is a significant decision for parents. Jensen Beach Elementary offers a unique and enriching environment that sets us apart. Students, staff, and families share a unified vision of sustainability and environmental stewardship. By choosing to attend JBE, children will benefit from engaging in real-world data collection, laying the groundwork for future STEM careers, and actively participating in the creation and maintenance of wildlife habitats. Our strong sense of community is fostered through shared experiences, ensuring that every child feels prepared for the future. So you may be wondering why JBE chose to become a Center for Environmental Stewardship. JBE is situated along Warner Creek, which empties into the St. Lucie River and eventually leads to the Indian River Lagoon. The Indian River Lagoon occupies 40% of Florida's East Coast. Its watershed includes 7 counties and 39 incorporated cities. The lagoon is an economic driver of our regional economy, and it generates $7.6 billion annually. Our actions align with both immediate educational goals and long-term sustainability efforts. Understanding local impact is vital for our students because it makes them connect the global issues to their immediate surroundings, making the need for action more tangible and more relevant to them. Some of our program highlights include kindergarten and first grade, engaging in nature science journaling. 2nd through 5th grade students collecting environmental data reported to scientists around the world through GLOBE, a worldwide science and educational program. Students are participating in programs to overall benefit their community. In short, a Center for Environmental Stewardship offers much more than just academic. It provides a holistic, enriching experience, teaching children not only about the environment, but also about the community, responsibility, and the interconnectedness of all living things. It is a wonderful choice for families who want their children to grow up with an awareness and respect for the planet while also developing critical life skills. JBE students typically transition from the elementary school to Stewart Middle School and Jensen Beach High School. The Eco Schools program at JBE equips students with essential skills, preparing them for success in whatever educational path they pursue. Through hands-on research, critical analysis, and evidence-based writing, students develop abilities that support their growth in AVID courses at Stewart Middle School. It also lays the foundation for the signature programs at Jensen Beach High School, including the AP Capstone Diploma, Sports Medicine, Hospitality, and Tourism CTE pathways. We have received several awards and recognitions, including being named a Florida School of Excellence by the Department of Education, the National Wildlife Federation Green Flag Award, the Keep Martin Beautiful Environmental Stewardship Award. We continued our work as an Everglades champion school and received gold level again. We have received other recognitions shown here that we are also very proud of. We have developed many community partnerships to make our work possible. For example, Keep Martin Beautiful has supported us in our Jensen Beach Elementary beach cleanup, which you see the picture there. The JBE Eco Action Team is an opportunity for students to practice leadership skills. Students plan and lead the monthly meetings. Students created an Eco Action Team logo and an Eco Code. Students choose the focus for our community projects. This past year, community projects included community service days, reduction of single-use plastics, and sustainable transportation. Students create informative presentations about the eco initiatives. Here you can see students presenting in classrooms, presenting at our school advisory council, and at the Jensen Beach Chamber of Commerce about the impact of macro and micro plastics and how reducing single-use plastics can help our environment. Students plan and lead the work in community events such as Waterfest, the International Coastal Cleanup, and different community service projects such as visiting a local assisted living facility homes and delivering plants. Here are some pictures of students using their tools in action. On the bottom, you will see fifth graders testing the pH levels of Warner Creek using two different methods. They learned that the pH levels significantly impact the health of aquatic life within the ecosystem. This is determining which organisms can thrive and survive. So by choosing JBE, children will benefit from engaging real-world data collection, laying the groundwork for those future STEM careers, participating in the creation and maintenance of wildlife habitats, and becoming leaders in our community. Our strong sense of community is fostered through those shared experiences, ensuring that every child feels valued and prepared for the future. Teachers enthusiastically participate in professional learning opportunities to increase their knowledge. Through GLOBE, teachers are trained to become experts in science content knowledge. This allows them to provide the hands-on experience for students. At Jensen Beach Elementary, we promise to provide a safe, inclusive, and nurturing environment where every child can thrive academically and socially. Our dedicated staff is committed to fostering a love of learning. We value open communication and collaboration with families. We work together to ensure that each child reaches their full potential and is prepared for future success with a foundation built on respect, growth, and community. We are committed to helping children become confident, compassionate, lifelong learners. We would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to the school district and the school board for their generous monetary and personnel support. Your commitment to our students and programs makes a significant difference and empowers us to achieve our goals. We deeply appreciate your partnership. If you look here, you will see what our future will look like. We are about to launch our hydroponic classroom gardens, and as you see, there is much more to look forward to, and we invite you to be part of the process. Thank you for taking the time to let us share our work. And next, we have, thank you. Next, I would like to welcome proud principal of Pinewood Elementary, Miss Susie Deutsch.
I have to lower this just a bit. Good evening, Madam Chair, esteemed board members, Superintendent Main, colleagues and guests. I am Susanna Deutsch, proud principal of the Pinewood Elementary School. We are excited and proud to share our innovative specialty pathway. The Pinewood is the first in the Martin County School District to focus on empowering and elevating student voice through our Communication Academy. Our program is being built from the ground up in collaboration with our stakeholders. We have 670 strong student voices. There are 11 different languages spoken on our campus. We have 16 bilingual staff members and one-to-one student technology. Our PTA is an extraordinary partner and actively involved in our efforts to accomplish our school improvement goals, as well as developing our specialty pathway. There are many amazing public school options in Martin County. However, choosing to enroll in our Communication Academy means becoming part of a vibrant and diverse community that values every student's unique voice. We foster an inclusive environment where students from all backgrounds come together to learn and grow. Our curriculum is designed to elevate student expression through various mediums, whether it's speaking, writing, performance, or technology. This comprehensive approach not only enhances communication skills, but also encourages collaboration and empathy among peers, preparing students for the complexities of the modern world. Our academy goes beyond traditional education by providing ample opportunities for students to showcase their talents and ideas. With dedicated workshops, engaging projects, and community events, we empower students to take ownership of their learning journey. By emphasizing the importance of communication in all its forms, we equip our students with the skills they need to advocate for themselves and others, fostering confidence and creativity that will serve them well into the future. Enroll with us to help your child thrive in an environment that celebrates individuality and prepares them to become effective communicators and leaders. We are innovators and we are setting our own path, Again, Pinewood is the first and only school in Martin County to prioritize elevating and empowering student voice. We are growing our program from the ground up. We are in the process of purchasing a new and improved Panther News network and also new equipment for blogging or vlogging. And we offer 12 after-school programs to foster effective communication skills, leadership, and collaboration. Student collaboration is very important to us. We have a strong pulse on the importance of student engagement through collaborative practices, such as teaming, as depicted in these pictures. This strategy has made a significant impact in allowing all students an opportunity to share their thoughts and ideas by assigning each student a role. Pinewood's community is passionate and committed to seeing our students excel. They contribute to our school in many ways. These are just a few. They're VIP guest speakers. We have author visits, Panther Path Day, better known as Career Day, art showcases, Panther Golf Classic, Panther Culture and Tradition or Heritage Night, Junior Achievement, 4 Cs, Elevate Hope, the Education Foundation of Martin County, and our parent volunteers run many of our clubs, activities, family nights, and so much more. Notable attributes and awards include our award of platinum status, which is the highest award possible for a PBIS model school. In the last 5 years, our PWE staff has written over 2,000 positive office referrals. Our entire staff is trained in RCD, Responsible Centered Discipline, which promotes a 5-step approach for students taking responsibility for their own action and also promotes communication with students. We have the District Volunteer of the Year, and we have also been awarded the Cheryl Hubbard Sportsmanship Award. The district pathway is from Pinewood Elementary to Anderson Middle School, and then finally to Martin County High School, and then ready for college and career. Our promise to families is to hire and retain highly qualified teachers, provide a strong curriculum that follows the best standards, to develop a partnership with our families, provide varied opportunities for after school. And it was pointed out to us that our families come and stay at Pinewood because we create individual goals for students to be successful. Parents stated that the people, the staff, is the brand at Pinewood Elementary. Here are a few pictures of our amazing PWE Panthers excelling in different activities. This is how you can reach us, and I want to make mention of my amazing admin staff. This is a very proud team at Pinewood, admin team, and like our community said, we, the staff, are the brand, and here are some of our brand members that came out today. This is the Dream Team staff. Thank you for supporting our innovative programs. We are very fortunate to have you supporting each and every single one of us, and I know there are going to be more of us in the future. And now, I'd like to introduce my colleague, Jen Michaels, principal of Seawind Elementary.
We will need to take a brief pause in about 4 minutes for public comment because it's time certain, but please go ahead and start.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Jen Michaels. I'm the very proud principal of Seawind Elementary Leadership Academy. With me this evening, we have our amazing assistant principal, Mrs. Dana Carroll. She's right behind me. Our wonderful school counselor, Miss Kristen Smith, right behind Mrs. Carroll. And most importantly, we have 5 members of our Student Lighthouse team. We could not possibly come and present our Leadership Academy without their voices. You'll hear from them in just a moment as well. At Seawind Elementary, we are a school family cultivating greatness in everyone. Why choose Seawind? We are the first leadership academy in Martin County. We teach leadership habits through a ubiquitous approach all throughout the school day. We share a core belief that everyone has genius and everyone can be a leader. We have a state-of-the-art science lab and outstanding visual and performing arts programs that are simply second to none. We have a beautifully diverse school family with equitable leadership experiences for all students. We are on a mission to learn, lead, and serve every day. We have a beautiful, sprawling outdoor campus with student gardens, nature preserves, and open-air learning spaces. We prioritize personalized learning to honor the genius in every child. All of our students participate in enrichment clubs and our monthly service projects.
Good evening. I'm going to talk about Seawind Elementary by the numbers. So we have 100% students engaged in the Leader in Me framework. We have 8 leadership habits that we follow. We have 3 powerful words that we're on a mission to serve, and they are learn, lead, and serve. And we have 9 monthly school-wide service projects that we complete each year. So here is a picture of our Martin County firefighters when cards were delivered that our students made. And also we were featured on the news. So I'm just gonna play. Okay. Yeah, so we were featured on the news presenting the cards to the Martin County School, or the Martin County Fire District.
Let's go ahead and take a pause now because it's 5 p.m. and then we'll resume in just a minute. It is time for public comment. Citizen input is vital to the improvement of our district. Most times your remarks may be listened to without comment from the board members or superintendent. This does not mean they are heard with any less intensity or concern. Where appropriate, the superintendent and staff will investigate your comments and report back to you and the board with an answer. We thank you for taking the time and having the concern to make our district better. Your presentation to the board should not exceed 3 minutes. Letters or statements from others not present can be given to our clerk, who will be sure that each school board member and the superintendent receive a copy. To keep our records straight and authentic, our policy does not permit you to read the statements of others into the record. Elena Beasley?
Good evening. I'm here again to address the issue of the current closure of the Martin County High School pool. At the end of last school year, the board announced to the public that the pool would remain open for the 2024-2025 school year, while concerns were being reviewed and appropriately addressed. The swimmers and community were happily relieved to be given this news. I am saddened and frustrated to see that this promise to the students has not been fulfilled. The pool has now been closed for the past 9 weeks, and as we close the first quarter of the school year, my daughter keeps asking me, why is the pool still closed when the school board said it would stay open? I have no answers to give her. 9 weeks ago, the pool was abruptly closed due to an electrical issue. The team was told to be patient and to wait 6 weeks for it to be fixed. We have exceeded that time frame. It is the swim team's understanding that the electrical issue has been fixed and there are no leaks or other problems. Why is the pool still closed? When will it reopen as it was promised? The pool is a unique asset to our students and community. Please don't let it fall into a state of disrepair so that you can abandon it. Please don't let the kids down.
Thank you. That concludes our public comment. Please resume our district presentation.
Good evening. Our promise to our families is to build an environment that feels like a family, one that believes all children can learn, lead, and be of service to our community. We love our students, staff, and families, and we synergize and work together so everyone can achieve their full potential. We nurture an inclusive environment where respect, empathy, and collaboration thrive. We are a school where leadership, environmental stewardship,
and individual genius flourish. Together, we're shaping future leaders committed to a better world. We want our families and students to know and feel that they belong at Seawind. We want to build a school where everybody knows they are loved, valued, supported, inspired, and that they are a leader.
And it is my pleasure to present 5 members of our Student Lighthouse team. They are members of a larger 20-student team. 5 of them are able to join us this evening. Special thanks to their families for making the extra effort to bring them out tonight. Habit number 8 is all about finding your voice and inspiring others to find theirs too. And certainly that's what these young people are doing. So proud of our student leaders.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth. I'm in 4th grade. The 8 habits contribute to our school because it helps us be a leader in different ways. We use the 8 habits when we work. We also use the 8 habits to achieve our goals. For example, I am proactive when I focus on my teacher and complete my work. I begin with the end in mind when I'm learning division.
My name is Reese. I'm in 4th grade. We have something at our school called WIGs. This stands for Wildly Important Goals. We have school-wide WIGs and different academic WIG for each grade level. They help us develop and accelerate towards our learning goal. All students also have personal WIGs. We have different ways to achieve goals such as tracking our lead measures in our leadership portfolios.
My name is Easton. I am in 4th grade. Every student has a leadership role in the classroom. We all have different roles because we all have our own geniuses. We also have opportunities for leadership roles around campus, such as leading the morning announcements. We also have leadership roles on our Seawind Lighthouse team. For example, we have photographers at award celebrations. We have goal trackers who track our quarterly WIG and weekly spirit gear. I am the facilitator of our Seawind Lighthouse team meetings, and I am like the teacher and I lead the meetings.
My name is Sawyer, and I am in 4th grade. We have monthly student-led, school-wide Leader and Me morning meetings. For example, I am the morning meeting leader that helps plan and lead the morning meetings for the whole school. Our morning meetings are very important to our school because we demonstrate the habits with a Leader and Me skit showing one habit or multiple habits. We also lead the Pledge of Allegiance with everyone in the school. We even do a live newscast. We come together as a school family to synergize.
My name is Keegan. I am in 4th grade. We're a school family that works together as a team to achieve our goals. Leader and Me makes our school special because it makes us better people. We include everyone and give everyone a chance to be a leader. When it comes to hard math, I always put first things first. I finish my math, then I get to read good books. Leader in Me has helped me find my voice. For example, I have several leadership roles like announcing Spirit Stick winners at our student-led assemblies and counting Spirit Day participation in each classroom every Friday.
I always say our students can say it so much better than I can. Please make sure to follow us. We are leading the way. Check out our official school Facebook page where we proudly showcase our excellence in action every day. Thank you very much. Good job. Next, it's my pleasure to present my good friend and esteemed colleague, the principal of Jensen Beach High School, Mrs. Lori Vogel.
Good afternoon, School Board Chair, Ms. Russell, school board members, and Superintendent Main. I'm Lori Vogel. I'm the very proud principal at Jensen Beach High School. Tonight, I am here to share with you our TE squared AL Teal new programming and logoing that we are branding our school with. Teal stands for Technology, Engineering, Entrepreneurship, Arts, Learning at Jensen Beach High School. Teal will engage all students in STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math at Jensen Beach High School. STEAM will drive all the learning that takes place. The goal of our TE squared AL is to involve every area of our school, encouraging student collaboration and creative growth in multiple STEM disciplines. As we celebrate our 20th anniversary this year, we are excited to introduce our TE squared AL Teal program as part of our branding. We too have worked with the Donovan Group. You can see our new logo up there. And we have maintained our shield because it's been ours for 20 years. We are working with J.D. Parker, Jensen Beach Elementary, and Stewart Middle School, and we have collaborative programs that will feed into our TE squared AL program. At Jensen Beach High School, we have many programs already, but this one will encompass all of them together. I'm excited to share that we have made the AP Honor Roll from College Board again this year with a silver award, and we also earned the AP Diversity Award. We offer currently 26 AP classes, which can and do lead to the AP Capstone Diploma program. We're the only school in Martin County with the AP Capstone Diploma. We are also the only high school with a PTSA and a PTSA student-led club that supports our PTSA. One of the most important things at our school and the heartbeat of everything we do is student voice. Unfortunately, Hurricane Milton did something to my students. Senior nights, postponed games, all kind of things. Otherwise, they would be here. Because as many of you know, I like to lead student-driven presentations. So student voice is at the heart of everything that we do. Our students help make decisions regarding our school, activities, cultures, and sports. Our cafeteria redesign was totally done by our students. Our new Innovation Center design was totally done by our students. Our students are part of our School Advisory Council. They are PTSA student members. They run our student government. They are part of student athletic leadership, our band leadership programs, theater, and Jubilate programs. They run all of our clubs, school culture, and spirit activities. And their voices are very important. Sorry. So our Teal will activate STEAM for all learners at Jensen Beach High School. Everyone that comes to Jensen Beach High School will participate in some form of STEAM at our school. So Teal will encompass all areas of our school. It encourages collaboration, which is the C in Wicker, so that encompasses our AVID programming, where students can work together, form ideas, and work with outside mentors to grow their ideas. Teal will become self-sufficient in building theater, marching band sets for our performing arts programs for band, music ensemble, vocal ensemble, and drama. Teal develops entrepreneurship ideas and creates prototypes in the area of business, medical, hospitality, and engineering. So what's new with Teal? We've always been Teal, but now we have an extra E. We are expanding our pathways with Emory-Riddle University. We have dual enrollment programs and aerospace technology courses. We have integrated programs with Air Force JROTC and engineering. We have opportunities to participate in VEX robotics, aerial drone, and sea perch underwater drone competitions, and industry certification in drone technology. Up here is a map of our brand new Innovation Center. You will be getting an invite shortly to come and visit it. It's not quite finished, but almost. We're really proud of this. This was a lot of student design. They came several times to meet with the Verco reps, and they picked the colors, and they picked what they wanted in their Innovation Center. So we're excited about that. The other program that's part of our TEAL program is our incubator program. Last year, we had our first Shark Tank presentation where the students worked with their mentors. They had authentic, real learning, and they had hands-on problem solving, and they came up with ideas, and they presented them and won one. Unfortunately, we weren't picked to go to Chicago this year, but we're going next year. And we're continuing to do ongoing professional development for our classroom teachers and our volunteers all through STEM. So, inspiring in action. Students learning by doing. Students will use the skills they've learned in the area of our TE2AL brand to collaborate. They will develop business model canvases, gain market input on valuable products, and all elements to improve their business plan. The program accumulates with a pitch to investors. Students pitch their ideas to actual investors to turn their business plans into reality during the summer and the following school year. We do have some passion projects at Jensen Beach High School. Every student that comes to our school will be exposed to TEAM and STEAM. They will participate in critical thinking activities and be prepared for careers, colleges, university, or military careers. Our students will compete in fine and performing arts, VEX robotics, sea perch, underwater robotics, and aerial drone competitions at local, state, and national levels. This is a big passion project for our school. Jensen Beach will develop, create, and run a print shop for banners, t-shirts, and other promotional materials. This will be a student-driven project, which will include our engineering department, our arts, marketing, entrepreneurship, and technology programs. The goal is to begin a small business to service other schools and district offices, and then move into the public sector with a business plan and develop our own print shop at Jensen Beach High School. Thank you, and I appreciate everything everyone does to support Jensen Beach High School, because without all of you, we wouldn't be able to do any of this, so thank you.
So that concludes our school presentations, but I'll just wrap up. These specialty programs and branding are about more than just programming. They're about creating a clear, compelling future for our students that begins in elementary school and continues through high school and beyond. This initiative is not only aligned with our strategic plan, but it also reinforces our district's commitment to providing every student with the tools and opportunities they need to succeed in a rapidly changing world. In closing, I want to remind our families that students entering kindergarten through 12th grade are eligible to apply for a seat in one of our specialty pathways. Students can participate in a pathway at their zone school, or they may choose to attend a program offered at a school outside of their zone. However, please note that transportation is not provided for out-of-zone placements. Also, admission's not guaranteed, and there are limited seats in the schools. I'm also excited to share that we're opening an early application period for the specialty pathways beginning December 1st and running through January 31st. This is a great opportunity for families to secure a spot in a pathway of their choice in our schools. And we encourage everyone to take advantage of this early window to explore and apply for these exciting programs. Thank you for your continued support and allowing all of us to present tonight.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the board on this presentation? Good? Okay, thank you so much. We will now hear from our student representative, Jamie Paulson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First, Jensen Beach High School. The JBHS Student Government Association has officially kicked off their homecoming festivities with a week of Olympic theme events. The parade will be taking place on Thursday, October 17th, the football game on the 18th, and the dance, A Night in Greece, will take place on Saturday, October 19th. The Spanish National Honor Society just recently hosted a very successful Hispanic Heritage Week. Many students and staff participated in the dress-up days, themed events, and they even capped the week off with an epic Zumba class in the gym. The Air Force JROTC at Jensen Beach High School is starting rocketry classes after this school week. They are doing an Adopt a Road cleanup on this Wednesday. This past weekend, 15 cadets served breakfast and lunch at the Young Eagles Fly-In at Stewart Airport. The The senior class at JBHS is busy planning and organizing the annual Trunk or Treat event, which is scheduled to place on Wednesday, October 30th in the gym parking lot. All families are encouraged to attend. Next, Martin County High School. The class of 2027 is excited to host the homecoming dance this Saturday, October 19th at 7 p.m. The dance, Once Upon a Homecoming, will take place in the in Martin County High School gym. Tickets are on sale now. Martin County High School is excited to recognize all their homecoming candidates at the parade on Thursday, October 17th at 6 p.m. off East Ocean Boulevard. Float building and parade preparation has already begun. Their homecoming game will take place on Friday, October 18th at 7 p.m. There will be a pre-game celebration beginning at 6 p.m. to recognize our homecoming candidates as they are escorted across the field by friends and family. On Saturday, October 5th, the Martin County High School Tiger Regiment participated in the FFCC outdoor contest at Oviedo High School. The Tiger Regiment received Best in Class Visual Effect, Best in Class General Effect, Best in Class Percussion, first place in Class 3A, and named the Grand Champion for Classes 3A, 2A, and 1A. Martin County High School would like to congratulate sophomore Nina Goyle for her recent presentation to the United Nations Science Summit Youth Parliament in New York. Nina was one of the 25 students from around the world who was chosen to present her research, which has been focused on finding new, clean, and sustainable alternatives to chemical pesticides and herbicides. Martin County High School National Honor Society had the pleasure of inducting 193 new students into this prestigious program. Congratulations to all new members. The Martin Bowl was yesterday, this past Monday. The score was 25-35, Martin County winning. Congratulations, Tigers. South Fork High School. The Green Club completed their first beach cleanup at Hope Sound Beach on Saturday. Along with JROTC, they participated in the Keep Martin Beautiful. The Green Club is also adopting Hope Sound Beach and will be conducting more cleanups in the coming months. We had a strong group of 44 members collect and 60 pounds of trash from the beach and mangrove dune areas. A big congratulations to 7 carillon singers who were selected for the Florida American Choral Directors Association Honor Choir. Mara Bryan, I will list names, Mara Bryan, Nate Billiot, Reese Smith, Natalia Caraballo, Sabrina Zambrano, Kaylee Demers, and Evan DiTerlizzi. We are so proud of you. Over 9,000 students applied and only 145 were selected. Way to go, Bulldogs. Cadet Maria Diaz was selected as an Honor Flight Guardian for the Southeast Florida Honor Flight Network. The mission of the Honor Flight Network is to fly local World War II, Korean, and Vietnam War veterans to Washington, D.C. to visit the memorials built to honor their service and sacrifices. Each year, the Honor Flight Network selects one JROTC cadet from each of the local high schools to serve as Honor Flight Guardians. These cadets receive a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to travel to Washington, D.C. and serve as trained traveling companions to honor a flight veteran. The Guardian program is designed to not only assist the veterans physically as needed, but to also learn about their veterans' service, to find out their stories, to help continue their legacy, and help them feel honored for serving our country. Cadet Diaz accompanied her Marine veteran, Mr. Alan Streed, to Washington, D.C. on September 21st and stated that it was one of the most honorable and memorable trips of her lifetime. They spent the entire day in the Capitol together, visiting war memorials and enjoying lunch. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jamie. Next, we have our district update with Jennifer DeShazo. Or Derek Lowe this time.
Good evening, Superintendent Main, members of the board, Board Chair Ms. Russell, Derek Lowe, Coordinator, Public Information and Community Relations. It's my pleasure to bring you this month's district update. As Election Day approaches on November 5th, it's essential for Martin County voters to be aware of the opportunity to renew the existing millage referendum that was initially approved back in 2018 and then reauthorized again in 2022. This initiative provides critical operational funding for all Martin County public schools, ensuring that students can access the programs, personnel, and resources that help them thrive. Funds from the millage referendum contribute to 5 key areas across the district, including increased school safety and security, the recruiting and retaining of qualified teachers and support staff members, mental health programming, professional development, and academic initiatives. If voters choose to approve the millage referendum in November, the renewal would go into effect in 2026 after the current referendum expires in 2025. Martin County Public School students benefit from the millage referendum by 100%. All of the money and dollars generated by the referendum, it currently amounts to approximately $900 per student. The renewal of the referendum has already garnered support from many community organizations, including the Martin County Education Association, the TC Palm newspaper, the Chambers of Commerce from Stewart, Jensen Beach, and Palm City, the Economic Council of Martin County, and AFSCME Florida. To learn more about the millage referendum, we encourage Martin County voters and families to visit our website, martinschools.org. The district is proud to announce it has once again received the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. This year marks the 18th consecutive year that the Martin County School District has received this prestigious award. The Certificate of Excellence recognizes the annual comprehensive financial report for the fiscal year ending June 30th of 2023, and this is the highest form of recognition in the realm of financial government reporting. The report exemplifies the district's commitment to full disclosure, ensuring that its financial story is communicated effectively and clearly to its constituents. It not only highlights the district's dedication to transparency in its financial spending, but also encourages stakeholders to engage with our financial information. The district has also been named the 6th best school district in the state of Florida by Niche, a leading platform for providing comprehensive data on schools and communities across the United States. The Martin County School District outranked all of its neighboring counties in St. Lucie, Indian River, Okeechobee, and in Palm Beach counties. Rankings are based on a variety of factors, including academic performance, test scores, student and parent reviews, teacher quality, graduation rates, college readiness, and access to extracurricular activities. Everyone, please join me in congratulating the Martin County School District with a round of applause. The Martin County School District has rescheduled its college fair due to Hurricane Helene, not Milton, that was back in Helene, a couple weeks ago. The event will now take place on October 28th at Martin County High School from 5 to 7:30. It was originally scheduled to be at Jensen Beach High School, a note for our families. Students and their families will have the opportunity to meet face-to-face with dozens of colleges, universities, and representatives from every military branch during the college fair. And they can also expect to learn more about the respective programs, admission requirements, and numerous scholarship opportunities that are available. Bus transportation is being provided for students and their families who live in Indiantown. Pickup will be at Indiantown Middle School at 5 p.m. We ask that families and students planning to ride the bus be sure to pre-register. You can do so over on our website, martinschools.org. And congratulations to Jensen Beach High School. We heard Mrs. Vogels talk about it earlier this afternoon. They have earned a place on the AP School Honor Roll for the 2023-2024 school year, achieving that silver distinction. The AP School Honor Roll celebrates schools each year that excel in expanding access to AP courses while also delivering strong academic results and maximizing college readiness. Excuse me. 53% of Jensen Beach High School seniors had at least taken one AP exam while in high school. 40 of them had scored at least a 3 on one of those exams, and 21% of seniors had taken at least 5 course exams for advanced placement. These accolades are a testament to the school-wide effort to providing early exposure to college-level coursework and supporting students on the path to post-secondary education and success. Congratulations to Jensen Beach High School. And last but certainly not least, the district would like to recognize 3 of its food and nutrition service employees who were recently honored with state-level awards. Christy Cole from Citrus Grove, Mary Ellen Burgess from South Fork High School, and Thomas Gallagher from the district all earned awards from the Florida School Nutrition Association. We are so thankful to have them on our team and have them choose to wake up each day and put the needs of our students before themselves. Congratulations. That concludes this month's district update. Until next time, of course, you can find us wherever you choose to scroll. We're on every social media network, and we are always putting out positive content showcasing the amazing things that are happening in our school district, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you, Derek. Mr. Main, our superintendent's update.
Yes, ma'am. We will continue the accolades. I too wanted to just take a minute to recognize Laura Hamadal and her amazing food nutrition team. We will get them here once they receive their official awards to recognize them. But I think what's important to note is there were only 10 awards given out throughout the entire state, and of those 10, Martin County took home 3 of those 10 awards. So congratulations, Laura. I also want to thank Principal Schmidt and your music teacher. I know she stepped out, and the wonderful steel drum players, your students. They did an incredible job. Thank you. Appreciate that. The girls have been telling me about that, and it was nice to be able to see it on display. So that's excellent. And I also want to thank our principals who are here from the 5 schools and our administrators that are with them for support for your wonderful presentations. A lot of hard work has gone into working to rebrand your schools, really tell your why, and get your story out there on what makes you unique as to why students should come to your school versus other schools in the district. And a little competition goes a long way, in friendly competition, in making sure that we're retaining and also attracting students. So I appreciate your time and effort in that as well. Thank you. Without further ado, I do want to take some time to extend our thoughts and prayers to everyone in the Martin County community that is recovering from the devastation caused by Hurricane Milton. As many of you are aware, last week one of the tornadoes definitely took a huge hit to Murray Middle School. The damage was significant, especially to the band and chorus rooms, as well as the ag classroom located in the southeast corner of the campus. Once the storm cleared, our team quickly assessed the site and documented the extent of the damage. And at this time, I'd like to share a quick video that captures the true intensity of the storm and the impact that it had on Murray. I want to take a moment to recognize Principal Roth for her leadership during this time with her staff. Mr. Beasley and Kristen Carbone, her 2 other administrators. True leadership comes out in times of disaster and tragedy. Principal Roth, being in her first year as a principal, stepped up to the plate and has shown true leadership to her staff at that school. Rallied the troops, pulled everybody together, and was able to have a successful first day back yesterday. I know she's not with us today, but I do want to recognize Principal Roth and her leadership. I would also like to recognize my staff that's in the building today, all of our directors, our operations team, Dr. Miller, our chief of staff, Julie Sessa and her team, Troy LaBarbera, Carter, who stepped up to the plate with finances, Lisa Estevez. Kudos to Brian and Mark, Don Calderon for his steadfast leadership at the EOC, as well as every step of the way on the radio with all of our principals. Any of our staff that's over on that side, our ET department, you all played food and nutrition, a pivotal role in seamless execution to make sure that we were ready to go, we were well prepared. We prepare for these things to hope to never have to use them. And just when it happens, you hope, okay, let's get to work. And everybody rolled up their sleeves and got to work. Safety and security with Frank and our school-based administrators who time and time again make sure that their staff is ready, communicated with at a click of a button, boom, EOC, we need shelters open. They all deploy, they get their teams together, we open up shelters, and everybody gets to work. So we couldn't have gotten back yesterday as quickly as we did if everybody didn't come together to pitch in. And for the board's support in making sure that we have the resources available to do our jobs, I greatly commend everyone. So I'm feeling pretty blessed today to have the team that we have that executed at the level that they did, and I greatly appreciate each and every one of you because I don't always get to tell you, so thank you. And also to our first responders, thank you. You will represent your men and women and colleagues for being there to support us, all of our fire department teams that contributed to the safety of our staff and the community. And I also want to say thank you to FPL. Huge shout out to FPL who very, very quickly was on the phone with me and the team every step of the way to constantly give us updates and to prioritize school. All of this at the same time that multiple staff members and teachers and families were directly impacted by the tornadoes, lost their homes, and personally were, had issues that they were dealing with, but we knew that students were first at the forefront of everything that we did, and we never lost sight of that. So I appreciate it. I know I went off script a little bit. I'm sorry, but that's all I have to say with my update. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Are there any other questions from the board for any of the other information-only reports? Ms. Roberts?
Yeah, so I have a few. My first one is for Carter. When I'm looking at the extended day account that runs through August, I see that we have a deficit for expenses over revenue. Is that because we haven't moved money to pay for employee kids like we're supposed to? I mean, is there some transfer pieces that I haven't seen yet?
At this time, Mrs. Horwitz, I'd have to do a little bit more research, but sometimes we do have a lag, in recording our revenues, but our expenditures are typically every 2 weeks, those keep going. Sometimes we do have a lag in recording our revenues. So let me get back to you on that.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to thank Julie Sessa and the HR people for the work that's being done with Kelly Services, and ask how that's working as far as, are we giving them notice ahead of time when we anticipate vacancies happening? I mean, how is that? I know that the fill rate is looking good, but I'm just curious.
Good afternoon, Julie Sessa, Assistant Superintendent of HR. With regard to Kelly Services, we have 2 employees on site in the HR department that are Kelly Services employees, and we work with a program called Smart Find Express, and that is how all of our jobs are put into a system by the schools, and then the schools put whatever vacancies they might have, and then those are filled by our Kelly Services guest teachers for openings. Am I answering that question,
Yeah, so
Mrs.
I'm
Roberts?
specifically looking at, I know we had a great deal of instructional vacancies that the Friday after Helene came through. And I think that the fill rate was quite impressive, and I'm just, so did we anticipate that many vacancies and reach out to Kelly Services
Yes,
ahead of time, or would they just have that many people standing around in a hallway?
No, yes, ma'am, the vacancies end up in that Smart Find program, but we also know, and Mr. Jeff Raymond, our Director of Talent Acquisition and HR Operations, sits right next to his team, to the Kelly Ed, and they were speaking about knowing that this was going to be a high-volume day, and they met with Kelly ahead of time. We made sure they were pushing out to substitutes to take the job. So not only is it in SmartFind, then they email their guest teachers that work for Kelly and say, we believe we're going to have a high volume. Please look, please pick up jobs. So they work in the background directly with our HR operations team to make sure we can get the best fill rate available when we know we might have a high volume.
And so are we getting that information from the schools early, like, or are we just organically figuring that Friday is going to be a high
Well,
call-in
honestly,
date?
when-
Or the school, are our employees, are our teachers letting their principal know so that then HR knows, so then we can, I mean, is that happening, or is it just we're imagining?
We haven't, in the background, we also will email schools and say, please make sure if they do want to take and have the time, that they put it in early, so we have time to get a substitute there. So we do that on the back end as well.
Okay, thank you very much. And the last question I had was, in the charter school financial reports, I noticed we don't have TCCA this month. So I don't know whether that's did we not get one for the month, or?
So we did get one. We got it after deadline, but since they're a high-performing school, they weren't required to provide us the financial report this month. But we do have it on file. They did file it just after deadline, and it wasn't a requirement.
Okay, so in next month's agenda, can we continue to
Sure.
post those things? I mean, it isn't whether, to me, it isn't whether they're required, not required to do it. If we get a financial from one of the charter schools that we oversee, I mean, I think that we kind of need to have that transparency to the public to be able to post
Sure.
it on the agenda.
We'll get it on next month's agenda, and I'll go ahead and send it to you today as well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
That's all I had.
Thank you. Are there any further questions from the board? Okay, we will now move on to board member information share. I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge several organizations that have taken the time to write letters of support for the millage referendum in the last couple of weeks. We've had the Martin County Education Association, the Stuart Martin Chamber, the Palm City Chamber, and the Economic Council of Martin County. Thank you all for your letters of support. The board is humbly asking for the community's support by voting yes on November 5th to continue the millage. Moving on, we will move on to our action items. Item number 18.01, school board travel. There is none at this time, so we will move on to item number 18.02, renewal, group Medicare Advantage and supplement insurance for retirees. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval.
I have a motion by Ms. Roberts, a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 18.03, request approval to renew St. Lucie Public Schools ITB number 2224 charter bus services. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval of 1803.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 18.04, request approval to renew Palm Beach County School District ITB number 21C-8A term contract for field trip charter bus service in and out of county. Are there any questions from the board?
Move
Do I have a
approval
motion?
of 18.04.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 18.05, approval of term contract with Wells Fargo for banking services in accordance with Florida DOE Administrative Rule 6A-1.014 at the same terms, conditions, and pricing as Palm Beach County School District, ITN number 23C-031V. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval and thank Palm Beach County School District for getting that
Second.
we could use.
I have a motion by Ms. Roberts and a second by Mr. DiTerlizzi. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 18.06, RFQ number 3006-0-2020, South Fork High School project proposal for adding existing auditorium to the new chiller plant and ice storage. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval of 18.06.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 18.07, RFQ number 3006-0-2020, South Fork High School project additional costs. Are there any questions from the board? Do I have a motion?
Move approval, 1807.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Just a reminder, item number 18.08 was removed. Item number 18.09, maximum class size flexibility for students enrolling after October survey period. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval of 18.09.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 18.10, requisitions to be approved for purchase orders over $100,000. Are there any questions from the board? I have a motion by Ms. Roberts and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 18.11, request approval to renew Omnia Partners Cooperative Contract Number R191605, disaster and non-disaster restoration of operational services with Cotton Commercial USA Incorporated. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval of 18.11.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Roberts. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Moving on, we are going to our first review of school board policies and to approve the advertising. Is there anyone from the public that would like to speak on any of these policies at this time? Seeing none, we will move forward. Our first policy is item number 19.01, policy number 5111.03, children and youth in foster care. This is a new policy. Are there any questions from the board?
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Roberts and a second by Mr. DiTerlizzi. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.02, policy number 5200, attendance. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval.
I have a motion by Ms. Roberts, a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Mr. DiTerlizzi had to step out. Item number 19.03, policy number 5200.01, attendance records, rescind. Are there any questions from the board? I have a motion by Ms. Pritchett. Do I have a second? I have a second by Ms. Powers. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item number 19.04, policy number 5330, use of medications. Are there any questions from the board? Do I have a motion? I have a motion by Ms. Pritchett and a second by Ms. Powers. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item number 19.05, policy number 5340, student accidents and illnesses. Are there any questions from the board? Seeing none, do I have a motion? I have a motion by Ms. Pritchett and a second by Ms. Roberts. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item number 19.06, policy number 5470, graduation recognition program for standard diploma, rescind. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval.
I have a motion by Ms. Roberts and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item number 19.07, policy number 5500, student conduct. Are there any questions from the board? I have a motion by Ms. Roberts and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item number 19.08, policy number 5505, gang control, rescind. Are there any questions from the board? Do I have a motion? I have a motion by Ms. Pritchett and a second by Ms. Powers. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item number 19.09, policy number 5515, use of motor vehicles. This is a new policy. Are there any questions from the board? Do I have a motion?
Move approval of 1909.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.10, policy number 5610.05, participation in extracurricular activities. Are there any questions from the board? Do I have a motion?
Move approval of 19.10.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.11, policy number 5722, school-sponsored publications and productions. Are there any questions from the board? Have a motion?
Move approval of 19.12.
I have a motion by Ms. Pritchett and a second by Mr. DiTerlizzi. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
On page 9 of 11, option 3 says, selected board intends to prohibit advertisements in all student publications production. So does that mean if a student production, Adams?
What it says?
Sorry, Mrs. Roberts, as it's written, that's what it says.
That our intent?
I don't know if that's really our intent. I know that quite frequently when I go to a student production or something, there is a thing that's on the bottom that's saying, you know, somebody sponsored this. I mean, imagine music in our schools, imagine any of those other things. I don't know whether that's what we really intend to be doing, is saying that those productions can't have any. And I know this
So-
is an advertisement, and I know that this is a substantial change, so,
This is the first reading, so it's not the final adoption. So you can still make change, but that's a substantive change, so you would be bringing it back for another first review.
so I don't know how the rest of you feel about that. I know that Amy made the motion and Mike made the second, but
I didn't catch that. Can anyone provide commentary on why that was chosen?
I think it kind of depends on the context with what we're looking at it. I know that when our team reviewed it, we were thinking, as Ms. Roberts described, as in the student media, like if they were using an advertisement or doing something in the actual production of a media rather than in like a pamphlet or a handout that would maybe be a playbill or something. But I can see Ms. Roberts' point. We'd be happy to take that into consideration and look at the other options again and bring that back.
Okay, so I'll rescind my
Hang on,
motion to
hang on.
approve.
I know in the past, there's been some issues many years ago about advertisers that may not be appropriate for school-age students that might want to advertise. And I know a lot of that was, if you don't allow anybody, then nobody can advertise. If you allow one, you have to allow it all.
no.
Yeah.
If you allow one, you have to allow it all.
If an organization, a business, or somebody wants to advertise and they pay, they can advertise. You can't stop them. If you stop everybody and say there's no advertising, then you don't get any undesirable advertisers.
We do have other policies that cover advertising, which is what we use with like the community flyer approval process. And there are standards in that board policy, which I believe is in the 9,000s under community relations. Under 9700 and 97.01 explains more of those processes, like if somebody wanted to do a flyer, how that would work. And we don't permit any type of advertising that's something that would be illegal or inappropriate for a minor to use or view or anything like that. So it's kind of the same as the dress code where you can't have clothing that would be advertising beer or something like that. It's covered in the advertising policies as well.
I don't know, I'd rather err on the side of caution myself. But that's up to the majority, I guess.
Bridget, Ms. Powers, how do you feel?
Can you work on a variation of the wording so that it's clear?
I apologize. I think our mindset was just a little bit different when we were looking at the wording than what Mrs. Roberts got out of it. And we will definitely look at all the options again and make sure that it's clear when we bring it back to you.
Okay, so we'll bring it back.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Item number 19.12, policy number 5771, search and seizure. Are there any questions from the board on this one?
Move approval.
I have a motion by Ms. Roberts and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.13, policy number 5830, student fundraising. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Roberts, a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.14, policy number 5885, parades, rescind. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval of rescinding 5885, item 1914.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.15, policy number 6114, cost principles, spending federal funds. This is a new policy. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval of the advertising.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Roberts and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.16, policy number 6220, budget preparation. Are there any questions from the board?
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Pritchett and a second by Mr. DiTerlizzi. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.17, policy number 6230, tax budget hearing, rescind. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval of 19.17, item 6230, tax budget hearing, rescinding it.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.18, policy number 6320.01, vendor preference. This is a new policy. Are there any questions from the board? Do I have a motion for approval?
Motion to.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Pritchett and a second by Mr. DiTerlizzi. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.19, policy number 6325, procurement, federal grants and funds. This is also a new policy. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval, 19.19, procurement.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 19.20, policy number 7250, naming, renaming of district-owned facilities. Are there any questions from the board?
Move approval of 19.20, Policy 7250, naming and renaming district-owned facilities.
Second. I have a motion by Mr. DiTerlizzi and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
And for the board, on 1911, the policy that you're asking staff to update it, my recommendation is that you move to postpone it so that staff can review the language and come back to the board.
Okay, and we,
That way, your record will show that you did discuss it, and it's not something that just failed for lack of action.
do we need to vote to do that, or?
My recommendation is that you vote to postpone for staff to address the language discussed.
Have a motion for item number 19.11 to postpone?
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Roberts and a second by Ms. Pritchett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Next up, we have open to the board. Mr. DiTerlizzi, do you have anything?
I have nothing right now, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Want me to say something? Want me to go stand at the podium and speak for an hour and a half? No, just thank you very much again for everybody. And you do? I could.
Ms. Roberts?
You might fall asleep.
Yes, so thank you, Mike. It's been fun sitting down this end of the table with you, and I appreciate your insights and holding down this end of the fort. I also, let's see, I spoke at Stewart Middle School regarding the millage sometime before one of the storms or in between the storms, et cetera. I want to thank everybody for all the cleanup effort and everything, and especially Mark for the work that's being done out at Murray Middle School. Really appreciate that. And I also want to thank the staff regarding the Martin County High School pool for making sure that our swimmers have a place to swim and that that's moving forward. And thank the staff for their careful and judicious evaluations and work that they're doing. And I understand why it can't be on the agenda today, that we need to have a complete picture of exactly what we're doing. And I really appreciate the forbearance and the patience of the community for allowing us the time and the, basically the time to be able to get all the information that we need so that we can make an intelligent decision and move forward from that. I think that that's really important, to be good stewards of our tax dollars and to maintain our facilities and take care of facilities the way they're supposed to be made. I do understand that when Mr. Main said that the pool was going to remain open for this year, that was before the safety concern was brought to our attention. And obviously, I think everyone can understand that when a safety concern is brought to the attention, it needs to be taken care of and needs to be addressed immediately. And I do appreciate that. And I think that it isn't saying that, you know, I mean, I take what you said as far as the pool would remain as a pool for the rest of this year. It is remaining as a pool for the rest of this year. It's just, unfortunately, because of what we're doing, you can't be coming and swimming in it because what's happening over there. But I really do appreciate all the work to be able to get the swimmers a place to swim. And I think we're fortunate in this community that we do have additional community pools, whether it's the YMCA, Sailfish Splash, et cetera, that people can use to swim at. And I think that a thanks to the county for being able to work with us and be able to be sure that all of our swim teams have the ability to do that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Ms. Pritchett?
Thank you. I want to thank the entire district. My community was hammered in this storm. We were fortunate that we were not harmed in any way, but the people in my community are so appreciative of the quick, meticulous, articulate communication that has gone out. They're grateful for the meals. They're grateful for the fact that their kids can return to school. They were very scared, and I got lots of texts and phone calls thanking the district for their hard work. So I want to thank all of you. I won't name you individually, but collectively, I think you all just outdid yourselves. It kind of makes me emotional because we didn't know what was going to happen. Thank you.
Ms. Powers?
Yes, thank you. Mike, I just want to say it's been an honor and privilege to serve with you for the last 12 years. We started this journey together. Now you're going to go on into retirement, and I'm a little bit jealous. But I hope you enjoy it, and thank you so much for all you've done for our community, from the school board to your county commission service. You've always given so much back to your community, and I really appreciate that. And please give our love to Jody for putting up with everything that you have had to endure over the last 20 years. She's an amazing support system for you, I know. So we hope you enjoy your retirement and have a wonderful time in Georgia.
Thank you.
We're a little bit jealous of that cool weather, so
It's cool.
congratulations.
Thank you so much, Marcia. By the way, I'll call Kevin for you and see if we can push along that retirement.
And I will just say ditto to what Amy said. I've been just amazed at the amount of work that has been completed in such a short amount of time to get our schools back up and running after something that we could have never predicted happening. You know, when we have a Category 5 hurricane barreling toward us, we never expect to get tornadoes to the magnitude that we got even a full day before we even got the hurricane. So I just kudos to everyone for all your effort in getting our schools back open and our kids back in school. And, you know, I think the fact that I think it was 97% of the kids at Murray Middle School returned on Monday shows how important our schools are to our community, and it's such an important part to getting back to normal. So thank you all very much.
Mr. Maine?
Yes, I just wanted to wish Mr. DiTerlizzi a phenomenal retirement. I can only say I'm sorry we didn't get an opportunity to work together longer, but I really appreciate the times that you stop by just to spend time and to tell stories and to talk, and to your positive attitude and that level of support. You're always coming from a positive place, and I think the one thing that impacted me the most was whatever decisions were always made with students in mind. And I really appreciate that and will value that. And so I hope that you stay in touch. And I look forward to working with Dr. Moriarty in your place. And but it's been a good short ride, but it's for me, but it's been a great ride. So thank you.
Thank you, Michael. I'll make sure I call Diane once a week just to say I lost my schedule.
Okay. Well, I had a couple things that I wanted to say. I echo my colleagues' sentiments. I'm so appreciative of all the hard work and leadership everyone has shown. You know, you really find out who people really are during the tough times, and you showed how awesome and compassionate and kind and loving you are. I'm so excited for the things that this district's going to do together, because we showed how strong we are together and how we support each other, and it's great to be a part of. Some business that we need to attend to. We have the village, the city, and the county have decided on March 7th and October 3rd for next year's joint meeting dates. All of them were in agreement for those 2 dates. We were the only ones that couldn't kind of figure out if that was going to work for us. So because all 3 of them have decided on those dates, we kind of have to go with those. But where we do have a say is the month of July. So they are open to July 23rd, 24th, and 31st. So is there a time that's better, a date that's better? The 23rd, the 24th, and the 31st. Okay. Well, would the 31st of July work for everyone? Marcia?
You need somebody, I'll do it. No, I'm only kidding.
Okay, so July 31st it is then. So we will have March 7th, which is a Friday, July 31st that will turn in, then October 3rd, which is also a Friday. And then I also wanted to talk to you about our November workshop. In '22, when we came in, the workshop for November was canceled ahead of our date that we came in. I didn't know if you all would be willing to cancel our workshop for next month, only because I feel like Brian can't participate. And so I feel like he needs to have a say in what he's going to be voting on. And without that, I just didn't feel that that was fair. Everyone okay with that?
What was supposed to be on the workshop?
At this time, we did not have anything, kind of policies if we wanted to bring it forward.
It was supposed to be the 12th, right? Not election.
Correct, it's the second one, yes. Second Tuesday. Else okay with that? Okay, so we will cancel our workshop then. All right, with no further business, this meeting is adjourned.